Hi everyone, Elizabeth Smith here. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to pick your size for Audrey's cardigan. And I'm also going to talk about the different body shaping options. Now, after working at a yarn shop for as long as I did, probably one of the most popular questions I always got was, what size should I make? And it's a great question. It can also be kind of tricky to answer, but let's dive into the topic. At the top of my pattern information page, you'll see that first I list the number of sizes offered in the pattern, followed by what the final bust measurement is of each of those sizes. So size 1 corresponds to a finished bust of 32 inches, size 2 corresponds to 35 inches, and so on. And then right under this, I have a section that says picking your size. And this is where I talk about how much recommended ease you should consider when picking your size. Ease is how much more or less your finished sweater measurement should be compared to your actual body measurement. Now, ease really comes down to personal preference, but in all of my patterns, I always provide a suggested amount of ease based on how the sweater is fitted in the photograph. So what does positive ease of 1 to 4 inches actually means? What it means is that you should pick a size whose finished measurements are 1 to 4 inches larger than what your actual bust measurement is. So how do you measure your actual bust measurement if you're not sure what it is? You just need a soft tape measure, and you're going to want to measure around the fullest part of your bust. It's also helpful if you have a friend or partner who might be able to assist you as you're measuring. The other factor to consider is just how you normally like to wear your sweaters. Everyone's a little bit different. Some people like their sweaters a little bit more fitted. Some people like them more oversized. It can also depend on the yarn weight that you're using. You might have a preference for more oversized fingering weight or more closer fitting bulky weight. But to start, I highly recommend going into your own closet and pulling out some of the sweaters that you just love the fit of and measuring across the bust of each of those sweaters. Then you would just multiply that by 2 to get what the full circumference is. That's the best way to start getting acquainted with what type of sweater fit that you prefer. So let's talk about the body shaping options in Audrey's cardigan. Now, one of my goals with this piece was that you could tailor it to your own personal style. So that's why I offer 3 different shaping options. The first is no shaping. So that means it just goes straight down from the underarm to the hem. Then there's a waist shaping option, which means that it just goes in a little bit at the waist and then comes back out by the time you get to the hem. And then there's an A-line option, and that's where it gradually goes out from the underarm, so it's shaped like an A. So Audrey is wearing the no-shaped version in the photographs that you see in the pattern. But when it comes to choosing which style you want to go with, it just comes down to personal preference. Now, you don't have to decide right away. You have until the underarm divide to make your final decision. So I hope this video about sizing has been helpful. If you have any follow-up questions, feel free to send me an email. And in our next video, we're going to be casting on. Exciting. So stay tuned.